Hello everybody and welcome to One Punch Man Season 2, the returning after, last week's episode off. Episode 9 anime review. Finished up the Monster Association Invasion. We got, what, 4 episodes left? And I guess that's going to be finishing them off proper. But, I think the time off actually, did some, believe it or not, I looked some things up. Well, One Punch Man. I looked up character names, I looked up some stuff, not spoiler stuff, but like setting based stuff, so I know a little bit more. Still don't know everyone's name though. Sorry. So the episode begins with Saitama just showing up to save Suiryu from that monster guy, and he gets one punched after a short scuffle, and the guy recognised Saitama, which is why he went after him so hard, because obviously Saitama one punched him in the tournament. Monster guy, gets one punched, and Suiryu and Saitama then introduce each other properly because, tells him why he entered the tournament. Because he was bored, essentially, is the reason. They really home in on that fact this episode. Later on, it got a little bit, I know you're trying to do a funny, but there's plot stuff, like you're developing his character and you're doing funny, and it's kind of counteracting each other. I do kind of get it though, but we'll get there when we get there. So yeah. Suiryu tells him everything about like Gotetsu or Gotets, and Saitama goes to deal with him, and he does. He one punches Gotets as well. He lands in front of Suiryu, and then Suiryu's like, you know what? You're a great hero. Can I be a hero too? And then Saitama went, young man, you too can become a hero. And there was really great music playing, and that is the story of, you know what? Never mind. It's a parody joke. Get it? If you get it, you get it. Most people probably get it, but that's besides the point. But then Suiryu asks if he can be Saitama's disciple, which got a chuckle out of me. I was like, haha, because he's already got one, arguably 3. I mean 1 and then 2 that just kind of hang around, 3 that kind of, a bunch of people just hang around him. That's basically what I'm getting at. So the monsters have now disappeared and everything, and this is the Saitama character development part of the episode where he runs into King, right? Explains to him that, like, hey, I'm really bored, and because I'm already the peak of my powers, I can't grow anymore. And King's like, let's quote manga at him, which saw that coming, saw it being a quote from the game or a manga or an anime or something. That was definitely what they were gonna. When as soon as he started saying like all the, we'll go with inspirational like stuff. I was like, there's no way he came up with that, and he didn't. So basically, Saitama was like, hey, I'm lonely because I'm so strong. I'm like, you got friends? Like, what's going on, Saitama? You don't realise you got friends? You got friends? I'll be your friend. Play video games? Yeah, but then King, like I said, is like, just because you're really strong, that doesn't mean you're the best hero you can be. Like, being a hero isn't about being strong. And I was like, that's good. But then he's like, you know what? I should reflect on that. Never mind, that sounds even more boring. And then they go play video games after King agrees to handicap himself. Like I said, I liked the stuff where he was like thinking, and then he was like, you know what, I can be a really good hero. It's not like it's unique stuff, I've seen it in loads of things, but it's like, I'm really strong, let's be a better hero. But then he's just like, yeah, no, that sounds boring. I'm like, okay, I get this is primarily a comedy series, but it still would have been nice if they'd kept that. And then they don't even need to do much with it, like, because it's just continuing the same thing. He was a hero for fun before it was a job, so just could have kept like doing that, how he doesn't need to be paid or something. But the this is boring thing, it just annoyed me a little bit. Again, it's not the end of the world, but yeah, what happened next? Garo showed up. He lost to Watchdog Man because Garo's not actually that strong, even though, like, he's not weak, but he's not really that strong, really. And you look at who the people he's been fighting and stuff, like, he would probably get, I mean, I was going to say he'd probably get demolished by Saitama. He did get demolished by Saitama. He recognises King, leaps at him. Saitama just puts a boot out and launches him through a building. And that's the last we see of him. And then as Saitama's going off, I was like, you know what, I really want to fight that hero killer guy. So I've got a feeling that's going to be like the final bit. Like, he's going to one punch him, and he's like, oh man, hero killer was nothing. And that's going to be the joke. I'm like, the joke's getting a bit tiresome for me. I'm going to be honest, that he one punches everything. I'm enjoying everything around it, and I like Saitama as a character, and I like the comedy. It's just the one punching, which sounds like a weird complaint, and I'm not complaining, because it worked in season 1 because it was more impressive one punching. That's one thing. There was nothing too terrible about the animation this week, unless I missed something. Although they did have 2 weeks, so if there was anything too terrible about it, that's a disgrace. If you have 2 weeks, you should. I didn't see anything, so it's all good for right now. We go to the woods and Sonic's there. Remember him? He's playing darts with a picture of Saitama. It's not really darts. He's just throwing knives at it. Not knives. What are they called? Kunai. Kunai is a thing. I think that's what they're called. Yeah. Then he gets attacked by two people who we find out a bit later on from the Monster Association. They've come to recruit him because he's not a hero, I guess. Even though he's not a monster, they give him the monster cell. And they're like, eat this if you want to become a hero, and then a monster and be strong. And he's like, if I eat this, I can defeat Saitama. And then he's like, I'm gonna do it. And then we cut away, and we don't see him eat it. First, I thought like it was a bait and switch, and he wasn't gonna eat it. But then we find out later on, a really weird thing that happens. Yeah, just nice to see Sonic again. First of all, I almost forgot he existed. Like I don't think he is gonna become a monster. I think the thing he does negates the monster cell. Like, I mean, we'll get to this last part because it's at the end of this, so I'll talk about it more then. There's a lot in this last bit. I decided to just group it all together because there's a lot of little things. First off, there's a gorilla guy who punches another gorilla guy, even though he's just a regular dude. Like, he's just like a regular dude, but he's a monster, but he's just a civilian. And then Zombie Man is following him. I think his name's Zombie Man. I wrote it down. Zombie Man, yeah. And now he's following the friendly guy because he one punched the other gorilla. And then what else happened? Hero Association. They're going over everything they know about the Monster Association, and then they get a message. A human grows antennae, so I'm assuming it's like being broadcast directly to his brain or something. That's fine. I think we're going to find out what the Monster Association actually want next week, and I think we're going to get the heroes are going to mount an all-out attack on the Monster Association. They also said they live in City Z, or Z. I'm in England. Z. I say Z actually more. I've been corrupted by America. City Z, and I believe that's where Saitama lives. This is one of the things I checked in my lore. I would never have been able to know that if I hadn't. I think that's where Saitama lives. So maybe the Monster Association are there, or that's just people who look like monsters that live there. Like they've got the appearance, like the gorilla guy. Maybe that's just, it could be a red herring or a false, whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Last thing that happens, Sonic cooked the monster cell and he's like made a little dish out of it, which that got a laugh at me. I was like, what is this? And then it zoomed out to Sonic and I was like, he cooked it? Does that still work? I bet it doesn't work. So, what are two things I think are going to happen? It's either not going to work at all, or he's going to get stronger without getting like the monster properties, so he's just a stronger person, like a stronger human, which I think I'd prefer that second one. As long as I don't want him to get like a monster form, because that's not him. He's kind of a goofy ninja guy, not a monster. Monster's kind of lame anyway. Anyway, that was this week's the return of One Punch Man Season 2 Episode 9, yeah? Return of the specific episode. Like I said, the time off has given me more appreciation for One Punch Man, I think. And even though this season isn't the greatest, and it's a lot slower and the animation is not as good, everyone knows at this point, I think I'm still enjoying it. I think because the week off has helped me. I enjoyed this episode, but I think the week off definitely helped me. So, yeah, I think the tournament arc, now that that's done and over with, and we can actually focus more on Saitama now, I think this end part might be better. Hopefully. I'm enjoying myself, so let me know what you guys think of everything. I will see you next week, unless there's more tennis on. There probably isn't. Bye, guys.